What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to The Practical Life. This is Ashley Nicole, and welcome to an afternoon live. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope your Monday, I got the day right this time, y'all. I hope your Monday is going well. And I wanted to pop in real quick, y'all. I don't have a lot of time, but just wanted to pop in real quick because I miss y'all. Y'all know I told y'all before that I love going live on YouTube, and I haven't really had a lot of time to do it lately. I wanted to go live this past weekend, but I just couldn't find the time. You know, when you a busy mom, a busy wife, honey, you got limited time. And the free time that you do have, you have to use it wisely. So I hope you all can hear me well. I'm signed in on a different device, so um I hope y'all can hear me well. I think you guys can. So yeah, so I wanted to pop in and talk about this. What I saw about I think it's Good Morning America. Yeah. TJ and Amy. I guess they were hosts on Good Morning America. And again, y'all, this is just my opinion and just kind of reacting and giving commentary to a story that I saw about them. Apparently, they were in a relationship, are in a relationship, and they were hosts on Good Morning America, and I guess they were hosting together. So the segment that they had, they were on there together. I don't, I don't really know. I just know bits and pieces of the story. Um, which is really kind of all you need to know, right? When you're kind of talking about something like this, is that nobody knew they were in a relationship. People found out they were in a relationship. They are in a consensual relationship, it looks like, right? Based on the pictures that I see, baby, they look happy. Baby, the picture that I saw, they running through New York together, baby. They, working, they work together and look like they got a quote unquote happy relationship, right? And somebody said, I don't know who it was, don't give me the line because I don't know who it was who said it, but somebody close to them or who work at Good Morning America, child, they said, oh no, they not gonna lose their jobs or nothing like that by being in a relationship. The relationship is consensual and all of that. Everything is fine. It's just that we just found out, child. That's what they said in my head, but they probably didn't say it say it like that. But the gist of it was that they both had an equal position on Good Morning America, and they kind of, it looked like when everybody found out that TJ and Amy, they kind of joked about everybody kind of knowing, but it looked like they were still able to perform their job duties, right? But honey, today, today, Good Morning America, somebody up there said they're gonna be replaced today, both of them, not one. Both of them gonna be replaced, and we don't know who getting ready to fill in, but it won't be them. They won't be working up here no more. Now I thought that they said everything was fine, right? Even though, even though TJ and Amy, they said that they got like, some of the reports were saying that they reported they were getting more attention and things like that. Um, you know, but it wasn't going to make them, break up or anything. Like they weren't going to pump the brakes on their relationship or anything like that. It was just a little bit more attention since now everybody knew. Now, who knows if that had anything to do with them not being hosts anymore? Maybe they, was saying that to kind of ease the public's mind about everybody kind of finding out, but really they didn't feel like that. Maybe they felt like they were now it was way more attention on them for the wrong reasons, and maybe they were the ones who kind of said we don't really know if this is going to work, working on air and things like that. Who knows? But today they're going to be replaced. And so I wanted to come for a short time and kind of talk about relationships at work. As we know, everybody grown. Sometimes you might meet somebody at work that you really like, or sometimes you might be working at a place and your partner might say, "Oh, that seems like a great place to work. They have great benefits. The way that you kind of talk about the company seems like it's a great company to work for." They might see an opening, they might apply, and they may start working there too. They may not be in the same position as you, right? They might be in a different department. We see that all the time. We see husbands and wives working at the same place. We see partners working at the same place. But I have never seen and I'm sure it has happened, especially in a position like this where you're hosting, you're on television of somebody, of a couple working together in this type of capacity. And I think that, and let me know what y'all think, because I really wanted to get y'all opinion on this. I think that it's okay to have a relationship at work, right? Depending on, we're talking in this context, not like a boss and a subordinate relationship, right? Because I don't think that would work at all. I don't even think that's ethical, because inadvertently there's going to be some favoritism there. You're going to look out for that person a little bit more than you would everybody else. Like, it just wouldn't be fair. So I don't think that will work at all. But when you have just two people working in the same company and they're in a relationship, again, that happens all the time. But I think what the caveat is that your relationship is going to be different once everybody finds out, right? Because not everybody know you're in a relationship, and then it's already difficult to separate home and work. So if you working together, y'all see the same things, y'all reporting on the same things, y'all may have different opinions about the same things. It's going to be difficult to set a boundary from when you are hosting at work or reporting at work and then you go home. Like, I feel like y'all always gonna be talking about work. And sometimes that can like put strain on a relationship, because it's like you again don't have any boundaries. Where is the boundary between us talking about what's happening in the world and us going home and just being in a relationship? Not even thinking about or talking about any of that. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds like you would be able to do something like that, right? Because you are a grown up, you're a professional, right? And things like that. You know about professional boundaries and what you should do. But when you're in the situation, it might look a little different, and you might find it to be a little difficult to actually do it, right? So now it's even more difficult because not everybody know. So instead of, and I'll say this probably, especially for women, and y'all, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say in the comments or what, but especially for women. Now, instead of everybody looking at you for, being a professional, the skills that you bring to the position, looking at you for different career opportunities in the future, kind of looking to your skill set to see where you're going to be able to fit in the company, things like that. Instead of them looking at that, now they're going to be looking at who you go with. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Now they finna look at who you go with. And they gonna look at they looking at who you go with, and instead of them thinking about all the professional stuff, they thinking about all the personal stuff, right? Like, especially because you never know, it could be somebody else at the company that was liking on TJ. They might have been liking on TJ, or they may have thought he was attractive or something like that. And now they looking at this woman from left field like, oh, she with him, like he with her, right? So instead of it now being professional, they looking at you regarding other things as far as your relationship and questioning your relationship. Even though they're not in a relationship, they're questioning how, why, what, when, um, what's gonna happen with y'all in the future. They questioning all of that. And they're not looking at how you are going to matriculate professionally in this organization, in this company. So it probably became a little bit more difficult now that everybody knows that we're in a relationship, right? All eyes are on them, trying to see what they're going to do. They're looking at their body language when they're on camera, when they're going live or whatever. They're looking at the body language to see how he's looking at her. Does he really have an affinity to her? Just like with social media, right? Once someone says that they're in a relationship and especially shows who they're in a relationship with, everybody's looking at the relationship and pointing out the little intricacies of the relationship. Oh, he didn't look at her like this, or he don't really like her like that. Oh, she didn't really lean into him, so that means this. They're going to look at all of that. So I would imagine it could have been that it became a little bit overwhelming, I would think. But I mean, that's not to say that they were the ones who kind of said, you know what, this is really not going to work now that everybody kind of knows we're in a relationship. We don't really want to be on air anymore. I doubt that that happened because it's two of them. Like, what's the chances of both of them would go to their boss and say, hey, like, we ain't really feeling this. We don't want to be on air anymore because it's too much attention. I mean, it could happen, but I mean, it's their job, so I don't really see that maybe happening. But they could have those feelings, or they could have maybe the feeling of being relieved that, okay, we were thinking it, but they were the ones who kind of told us like, hey, this really ain't gonna work out. So yeah, so they said they don't really know who's going to fill in for them for the whole week. I've never watched the show. I just thought it was interesting that these two people who who were hosts on Good Morning America were, kind of in a relationship, and previously they said that they wouldn't face any discipline from Good Morning America regarding their relationship. Um but now again, all of a sudden it's being said that they're going to be replaced. And it's also stated, it said that the public found out about this, that they were dating about a week ago, because there was some photos, like some flirty photos of them spending time in New York, um, and things like that. Let's see. It says something about, let's see, hold on. It said, oh, it said that the couple's relationship was a distraction, right? So instead of focusing on what they're reporting on, what they're talking about, the interests of Good Morning America, now again, like I said, everybody's focusing on their relationship. And from here on out, it's always going to be that, because it's like, I mean, that's just how social media is, right? Now that everybody knows that these two are in a relationship, they are going to dissect their relationship instead of putting their focus on, oh, Good Morning America. They have good content. They have good reporting. They talk about good topics and things like that. They don't care about none of that now. Now they looking at TJ and Amy, and they following TJ and Amy's love story. Love story. So my question to you all is that, do you all think that it's possible uh, to have a loving relationship with boundaries if you are working with the person? Like, is it possible to have a healthy relationship if you work with your partner? If you all work at the same company, the same organization, um, is it healthy to do that? It also says that they call the situation an internal and external distraction. It said the decision wasn't easy and not a violation of company policy. While that relationship is not a violation of company policy, they have really taken the last few days to think about and work through what is best for the organization. And remember, I told y'all before, this is why you have got to look out for yourself. You got to always have your options open, right? Even though you're working at a company, I always encourage people, even if you don't apply to different jobs and look at different options as far as different companies, working for yourself, things like that, right? You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I'm sure everybody has heard that before. You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. So you always want to keep your options open by looking, seeing what other companies have to offer. What can you offer yourself, right? As far as self-employment, those types of things, because you don't know what these companies are going to do. You don't know the decisions they're going to make. They just told these two people, two and both of them, right? And I don't think they're married. I think they're just dating, right? But both of them, they told them, oh no, it's not going to be any, repercussions for you being in a relationship that you want both of y'all want to be in. No, we're not gonna do that, baby. A week later, they said, "Oh, it ain't gonna work." Just that quick, just that quick. So you always have to have your options open as far as, again, how can you help yourself as far as self-employment, or looking at different options of what they got out here, applying, see if your resume gets hit. Seeing what other companies have to offer and keeping abreast of what's going on in the work world. Because again, these companies, baby, they'll make a decision in a day and you'll be, what am I gonna do? So I always tell people, when you're looking at different companies and stuff like that, don't just look at what you can bring to the company, but what can the company bring to you? What can they offer you? What additional benefits do they have aside from medical, vision, dental? What benefits do they have as far as wellness? What are their policies and things like that? You got to make sure that you're looking into that, because I think ever since C-19 started or whatever, people are looking at things differently. People are looking out for their wellness, their mental health, and things like that when it comes to work. And people now are not afraid to leave their jobs, right? Even if they have to like struggle a little bit, they willing to do that and take that chance, because a lot of companies, the roles and the work is very demanding. There's a lot of pressure and things like that. And you will wear yourself down and won't have time for yourself or your family. And people said, do away with that, forget that. I think not. I think the not, it won't be me. So what I'm gonna do is get on here, see what you can find, right? Get a lot of information about different jobs and companies, right? Again, to keep your options open. So they said that they're gonna do what's best for ABC. They doing what's best for ABC organization, and that is both of them won't be here any longer. Just they quit. The lady said, and I don't know if this is a lady from HR or something like this, but she said, this is something I'm not going, this is what? This is something I'm not going to talk. Oh, we're not going to talk about on this call until there is more to be said. I'm asking that we stop the whispering in the hallways. We can't operate with gossip and speculation and rumors. We need to stay focused on the work. See, remember I told y'all? I hadn't even read this before I came to talk to y'all. Hi, Pure. Thank you for joining the live. Um, I wasn't even I didn't even read this before I came on here. I didn't even read this. It said we need to stay focused on the work. You see that? That's telling the people we don't care. ABC don't care nothing about TJ and Amy relationship. And not that they should. They shouldn't because they there to do a job. But see now everybody know that they're in a relationship. And see now this is my thing. Now, okay, this is my thing. Okay, we're gonna think critically about it, right? And I think I can't be on here long. Okay. But this is my thing. Who who leaked some flirty photos of them? And first of all, who said the photos were flirty? Now, the only photo I didn't see is them running through New York together. I mean, they could have been co-workers just running that day. They don't. I mean, that he running behind her. That don't mean that they was flirty. But whatever photos went out. First of all, who put them photos out? Who wanted the world to know that TJ and Amy was dating? Was it somebody, and this is just pure speculation, child, was it somebody that was working with them that kind of saw them in the hallways and stuff and was like, they getting too, too flirty? Were they jealous of them? Because, you got them people at work too, baby. They jealous of the role that you in. Y'all work with them right now, and them be the ones that be talking to you all day. They want to be in your role because they see you a manager, you a supervisor or something like that. You have a senior role. They noticing things, they observing things that the managers are asking you to do a little bit more, right? Things like that. And they sitting up talking to you all day because they gathering information and y'all sitting up telling them. You got to move in silence. When you have a goal in mind and you're doing things, you got to move in silence. And it goes for in your job too. If you're trying to be a manager, supervisor, things like that, you can't tell nobody that. Unless if you have like a mentor or something, you of course you're gonna tell your supervisor because they gotta know if you posting, internally and things like that. But other than that, don't be sitting up talking to people and telling them what your goals are for work, right? Because some people have jealous spirits. They do. And they don't want to see you get ahead before they do. I know this because I'm observant in the workplace and things like that. I've gathered so many stories from clients and things, y'all. And people talk a good game. People talk a good game and they say, oh yeah, you'll be good at this and you'll be right. Now, me neither. Just do it. Just do it. And they'll see. And another thing too is that whatever you're trying to do, even if sometimes, because it's like on one hand, sometimes if you tell people, right, if you tell people what you're trying to do, it's like, okay, they can be jealous, but what's for me is for me. Like nobody is going to be able to stop it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be able to stop it. The other thing is that if they one of them people that's trying to copy what you're doing, they're not going to be successful anyway. Why? Because they can't do it like you do it. Like if you want to be a manager and somebody else wants to be in that same role, you already know, like there's no thinking of, if I get in that role, I would be better than this person. Well, no, because you're not going to do it the same way they would do it. And I don't care. Like for me, I don't care if somebody trying to do what I'm doing or think they can do it better. No, you cannot. Nobody will ever do it like me. Nobody is going to do it like me. And that goes for anybody. That goes for anybody. Right? But I'm like pure. I don't share my goals, child. I just do it because these people, baby, they'll be talking to you all day gathering information. And everybody make mistakes. Everybody knows everybody make mistakes. But if they trying to get where you are, that one mistake you make, oh baby, they gonna tell it. And that sound like to me, this is what happened here. Who thought that they was gonna get in quote unquote trouble for being in a relationship that both of them wanted to be in, fool? Both of them wanted to are in a they in a consensual relationship. What did you think was gonna happen by you sharing the photos? I don't think whoever shared them photos didn't think that it was like a cute moment. Like, oh look, they in a relationship, y'all. We didn't even know. That is so nice and cute of TJ and Amy. They are such a cute couple. They wasn't thinking that. They was thinking, oh yeah, we finna share these photos and they get ready to be let go because they trying to be a host. They trying to be in the same position that they was in. They trying to be in the same position they was in. That's the only thing. They was praying for that, like Pierce said, plotting on your demise. Plotting on your demise. And that's something. But see, but for real, that's how people are though. They hate to see some, and I'll say it. Sometimes I find this in collecting my stories and hearing, just listening to people and stuff like that. Because y'all, for real, what I do is I just listen all day. That's why I have to come on here and talk. Because all I do is listen all day, basically. Right? I'm listening. I'm actively listening to what people are saying. Right? Too many people, Pure says, too many people are trying to play the higher power for an agenda, right? And the crazy part is this: people be trying to get high up in the companies and stuff like that, and them companies don't care about you. What you getting ready to do? More work? You get ready to do more work. That could be on one hand too, people look at it like that. It depends on what industry you in. On one hand, the higher you get in a role at a organization or company, the more work you're going to do. But on the other hand, some people will say, well, the higher the role, the less work you're doing because you're really delegating. But that depends on what type of manager you are. Because you got a lot of managers, baby, who micromanagers because they know it's all going to fall on them. So they doing more work. They staying up later because they trying to see if you did the work they asked you to do. Right? Then on the flip side, you look at it like, oh, you're not doing work per se, but you are responsible for more. So if somebody mess up, if somebody make a mistake, oh baby, they questioning you. If somebody make a mistake, for example, if you look at my industry in mental health, right, you have to be very careful with what you document, what you don't document, right? Especially when people are having S thoughts and things like that, right? And you might have to go and testify. It depends on the situation. You might have to go and testify, and sometimes it won't be you. Sometimes it's gonna be the manager. So they counting on the people that they are managing to document correctly. So you may not be doing so much work, but you are responsible for more, right? But again, these companies, they are what did this HR lady on this thing say? Looking out for the best interest of the organization. Not you, the organization. So that's why you've got to look out for yourself. Pierce says people need to realize that you are just an employee number two. Right. A lot of these companies, you are an employee. You are an employee. And for these companies, they put programs into place and things like that, right? But they put all these programs and all this stuff into place. But you got to realize too that sometimes that's a formality. That's they have to do that, right? They got to do that. But at the end of the day, the bottom line, companies are in the business of making money. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make no sense. And if the people focusing on TJ and Amy's relationship and not focusing on Good Morning America, uh, it ain't making no sense. So we got to get somebody here that's gonna bring it back. We got to bring y'all attention back to Good Morning America, honey. Y'all can focus on TJ and Amy on Instagram, whatever y'all gonna do over there. But over here is Good Morning America. These companies said they better get in line. Y'all finna get right back in line. and focus on these stories we telling y'all. Focus on these topics. Not TJ now. TJ and them, yeah, y'all can find them on Instagram. No, no, no. No, no, no. It said, what was it? And see, TJ and Amy, they ain't say nothing about their relationship when they was working. It sounded like they did everything they was supposed to do. Like, okay, we not gonna say nothing. Everybody else saying something, but we're not gonna put any attention to it because this is our job. But when so many people putting emphasis on it, it's difficult for the company. Like when it gets to social media, some of that you can't even control. Because the people behind the computer, baby, they'll be typing. Baby, they be typing faster than you can think. The person who put them pictures in, they said, "Oh, they in a relationship. Oh, okay." Look at Amy. Look at TJ. They flirting. They running together. They was at lunch together. Baby, they was typing till them fingers was hurting. You hear me? I am shocked there was no fraternization clause in their company policy with them being in the media industry. I think times are different now. I think that I feel like if you old school like me, I would never have a relationship with somebody that I work with. That's just me though. But I think times are different. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's like, okay, you I mean, they in a relationship. What can you do? As long as it doesn't interfere with your work, then you should be good. Unless your company, like you said, Pure, has a clause that says no, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And then they came out and said, "Oh no, there's not going to be any repercussions or anything. They fine." But see, that's my thing. Now you made a statement and said that, but then next week they gone. Like, do y'all feel like they could sue them or something? Or, because see, that's why I was thinking, well, maybe both of them came and said, you know what? We understand it's more attention on us than our jobs. We didn't intend for it to be that way. So, like, this is our last day. Girl, you mean to tell me they gave up their job that easy? I think not. I think not. But then too, if you look at it, everybody know them now. They probably have a following now, so they can make some, they can make some money. And then too, y'all know money ain't everything. But me, child, no. I would not have no relationship at work, child. That because then everybody in your business, basically. They trying to see if y'all leaving together. They trying to see if he dropped you off and didn't come to work. People be nosy, man. People be nosy. I'm telling you. They trying to see if he dropped you off. They trying to see if y'all riding home in the same car. Did y'all eat lunch together? All kind of stuff, child. All kind of stuff. Now it might be different if y'all work remotely. Both of y'all work at home. That's different. But if you going to the office, ain't no way. No, no, no. That's no, I can't do that. Nope. But TJ and Amy, they probably good. I mean, they probably knew because sometimes too, especially TJ, because see, TJ is a black man. That's a whole nother story. I ain't got time to be talking about that today. But he might have knew. Now Amy might not have thought they was gonna be let go. But TJ, in the back of his mind, he probably said, dang, here we go. TJ probably knew he was gonna lose his job. Probably not now, maybe not now, but later. He probably knew it was a little bit of chance that they probably weren't going to keep him. Or either they were going to make it very hard for him to work there. They're going to make it very difficult for you to work there. So that's just my little tidbit on y'all. Y'all, I promise I'm gonna be back. I promise I'm gonna be back. I just been real busy, like with the kids and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to come back. I ain't gonna make no promises for this evening, but I got to get back into it because it's like my outlet, y'all. Because again, I just listen all day. I'm just actively listening all day, really. And I had to get my thoughts out and what I'm thinking about different stuff. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little live here. I enjoyed talking to y'all. Thank you so much for joining the live. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.